two types of things that contaminates the Potomac right now. It's bacteria and storm water. Now, with bacteria, it can be different kinds of substances that enters the water. It can be hair products, it can be food, it can be drinks, it can even be plastic. Lots of those stuff are getting thrown into the water, and that's what makes it pretty much turn green, like how it is right now, and not blue, how water is supposed to be. Instead of us throwing stuff in the water, why don't you recycle it and make it so that lots of those things won't get tossed into the water, so our water can be pure. Now, with stormwater, it's basically heavy rain that causes flow to overwhelm treatment plants. Now, that treatment plants is what is supposed to help keep sewage water out of the rivers. Now, when it rains significantly, it pretty much makes the treatment plants malfunction, and all that sewage and contamination causes it to flow into our rivers. And that's why the Anacostia River is pretty much how it is today. And the Potomac is not just like the Anacostia River, but it's still not purified to where it needs to be. I would put my face in the camera, but you know, I'm kind of sweaty right now and it's hot out here. But those wastes are getting thrown into the water by people. And including myself.
Around, there's beaches around where our place is, and yeah, we'd go in the water, but I don't have any data to back it up, but from what I've heard, the water's actually pretty nasty.
Pretty nasty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see it sometimes. There's garbage and stuff that's in the water.
You can pretty much look at the water and see that it's a little green and not very blue like a natural water, or clear enough to like swim in.
And that definitely, when you get closer to DC, that's the general consensus. You know, that Maryland had on its license plate "Save the Bay" for like the longest time, right?
I think it could. And it's a lot better than it used to be like 20 years ago. Like the crab population's up again, which is great.
Oh well, you know about this. Okay, well, why are you letting me talk?
Well, you were here the first one.
I mean, you've been here longer than she has, right?
I've lived here my whole life. So like 25 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So do you have any thoughts?
So like I'll like see the Potomac when I walk the canal. And so it's always been like a part. I love Great Falls. It's really interesting to see how much rainwater we get and like how like rapid the falls get when there's less or more. But I definitely think that like with what Maryland did to turn the bay around, there's still room for improvement. Don't get me wrong. But like you definitely I could see that for the Potomac, because isn't like John Smith came up through the bay, and then I'm sure he explored Potomac, or at least someone else did, and it was pretty crystal clear too. Like I've read a few of like John Smith's journals, and you can literally see in the bottom, you see like all the wildlife in the water.
Like fish and
fish.
It's gotten generally worse with people
got, like,
living
a lot
here.
Worse with people. Arguably, like.
Well, yeah. So I guess it's headed in the right direction, but it's still a long way to go. It's still
right. It's still, like she said, like improvements need to be done.
Absolutely.
I agree with that.
Less waste. Redirect the waste not into the water, but like elsewhere.
It's amazing how much, this isn't just strictly to the Potomac, but in general, and it affects the water. It's amazing how much plastic people use and throw away.
throw away.
I always, I'm always conscious of trying to like recycle plastic bottles and stuff, but plastic bags and bottles and just there's a lot of waste, and generally, if it's on land, eventually it's going to get washed into the water.
Right. I agree with that, because a lot of people throw away like certain stuff that they should be, like recycling and stuff, and it just goes into the water, and
or things that can't be recycled. And
right.
like states and cities are trying to get rid of plastic straws, but there's so much more like that: plastic bags and little plastic that comes around, cans of soda or whatever.
Even like packaging, they use like excessive
styrofoam,
styrofoam.
And peanuts and stuff that doesn't actually get recycled. I think a state, I think it was like Maine or something, just banned single-use styrofoam in food places. So it's like you hear about stuff that's supposed to be improving, but there's so much that it'll take a lot of effort and probably a lot of time to clean up the water.
Right. Well, thank y'all for being in my video. If you had anything else to say, I'm sorry if I interrupted. Did you guys have
No, it's okay.
Thank y'all for giving me your input about the Potomac and everything. Thank you for letting me ask you the questions and all
Yes,
that.
you're welcome.
Thank you.